Well, hello and welcome back. This is Unpopular Opinion with Schaaf and Amber. We got a great show lined up. As you see, I have my very first returning pal. We brought back Amber because she's the best. She's great for this segment. And we have a title of a show called Unleashed Disturbance, a topic for frustrated citizens. I'm frustrated, Amber.
I can tell.
Well, I'm glad that you get that and you see, and we're gonna talk a little bit about why I'm so frustrated. I have a feeling today that you are going to agree with my unpopular opinion. And I say that because I know you very well. I've known you for a really long time. I've known you before we went to Mount Tahoma High School, right? Of
Mhm.
course, got to rep the brand. I bet people who watch on the YouTube are like, he's wearing the hoodie again. It's a different hoodie. I have a girlfriend. She goes to a different school, which was very true. I did have a girlfriend that went to a different school. We've known each other since grade middle school, but our Mount
Mhm.
Tahoma Thunderbirds right now won the final game of the season against Prairie. The score was like 51-0 at halftime.
Wow.
Yeah. So then, you got to put in all your backups. I was working my second job, and I wasn't able to attend this game, but I had somebody at the game, a good pal of ours named Sweat Live, and Sweat was live tweeting it basically to me, and he was sending me the updates of the scoreboard. Very sweet of him. So he was in the crowd with everybody. So shout out to Sweat. Thanks so much for sending me the score. We ended up winning like 57-10 or 14 or something like that. Of course, in that garbage time at the end of the game, the other team is going to score a couple points. No worries. What that did is that pole vaulted us to 10-0 on the season, undefeated season. Cool,
Wow.
right?
That's really, really impressive.
Yeah. And I feel like a part of it because we're alumni and I have the sweater.
For sure.
Yeah. What that means for us is that we are the number one ranked 3A football team in the entire
Wow.
state of Washington. So out of all the 3A
Oh my
schools, Mount
gosh.
Tahoma is ranked number one. Okay. Now, out of all of the schools, 4A, 3A, 5A, 2A, 1A, we're ranked number five. So that's the entire state, every single high school. We're the
So what's the hype? How did we get here? Is there a new coach or there's some star players or do we have like a really what's going on?
every yes, 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 and yes.
Mm.
Coach Terry is a T-bird. He graduated, I believe, in '05 or '06. You just gave me chills, by the way, because I get to talk about Mount Tahoma. And most of the players are they got a huge varsity team that is these guys are big and they're fast and they're strong and they're mean and they're players. And a lot of them are sons of people we went to high school with.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I have this theory that it's because of the hormones and the milk and the meat that they're just like these big burly dudes. It's incredible, but they're skilled, they're talented. So we have a squad, and they are a lot of them have returned for their senior season, right? A lot of them have been playing for a few years. So it's kind of like one of those years where everything just comes together, and they're winning games and they're executing. And they're a running football team. I'll tell you, they run the ball a lot. They do really good on the ground, but their defense is like incredible. Like they get to the quarterback, they create pressure. It's kind of like what the Seattle Seahawks are doing, right? I don't know if you are aware, Seattle Seahawks are in first place.
I don't know a lot about it. I did know that they were 7-2.
Yes, you did know that. And did you know that they are actually ranked in the power rankings as the number one team in the NFL?
That's impressive.
It's so cool.
When's the last time they did that? Have they ever done that before?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
They did.
Like Legion of
Maybe
Boom
Legion of
days,
Boom
Legion
days,
of Boom
which
days.
feels
Yeah.
like forever ago,
Well,
sadly.
yeah. Well, it was a decade ago, over a
Yeah.
decade ago. The thing about that is that you have to have your offense and your defense firing on all cylinders, not just heavy loaded on one or the other, right? And so that's really what they are doing and that's one of the reasons why their power ranks so high. And that's one of the cool things about Mount Tahoma. Mount Tahoma's defense can put, points on the board, but their offense can handle the ball as well. So when you have the best of both worlds and you're firing on all cylinders, pow, 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 you get some good rankings out of it. I'm really excited. That's all we got to say about sports ball today. But I just wanted to do a recap because it wouldn't be an unpopular opinion if we didn't talk about the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds, right?
Right?
And we threw in some Seahawk action there. But I was working my second job. And one of the things that I wanted to jump into um, is You know what we should do is we should get this party started first, and we should actually hit the theme song because I know that everybody's like, "Man, I gotta hear the theme song.
Right?
It's really catchy."
It's a
So,
hit.
well, it is a hit. Thank you. I wrote every little thing of it. I'm tooting my own horn. So, without further ado, because we want to get into this show, clearly we are excited to talk to each other. Let's go ahead and hit the beat and start the party.
Unpopular Opinion, that's the name of the show. Hosted by Shafi and some pals that he knows. We'll have a heart to heart, so tune in and subscribe. It's Unpopular Opinion and a hell of a vibe. Love it or dislike it, it's all just the same. Cause Unpopular Opinion is there in the name.
My personal trainer at the gym, his name is Nick, and shout out to Nick. You would love Nick. He is awesome. He always jokes around. He's like, the theme song, man, I got it stuck in my head right now. He listens to the podcast.
It's catchy.
Thank you. That was what I was going for.
It's catchy. You wrote a catchy theme song. Bravo.
The origin of that song was I wrote a song for my rabbit Dustin. Oh, Dustin, this is actually this is on tune for our topic today, right? But I wrote a theme song. I wrote a song for Dustin, and it goes, I have a rabbit named Dustin Bunny. He's so fucking funny. He likes to chew on things like carrots and shoes, which is true. He always cheers me up when I got the blues. Dustin, 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 Dustin. So I wrote that song, and then I was like, that would be a good theme song for my podcast. Anyways, I digress. So I wanted to, and welcome back to Unpopular Opinion, my first repeat pal. I appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. And I wanted to tell you that there is a reason why you are the first repeat pal. Okay. And it's not just because of the numbers. And I know you're going to be humble and you're going to be like, oh, I think that, people just like to listen to your show and they happen to just, listen to mine more. Here's the thing, Amber, they couldn't even hear you on your episode. Right? Remember the microphone was bad?
Yeah.
And it still has the most views on the YouTube and the most listens on the Spotify, which are both performing more than I ever could imagine. Um, so I wanted to bring you back, and I appreciate you because you literally have brought me 50% of my demographic as women now.
Nice.
Yeah.
The ladies want to be heard.
Ladies.
They
And
want a voice.
ladies have a safe place here on Unpopular Opinion. Your unpopular opinions are safe at Shafi and Amber's Unpopular Opinion. But I wanted to do a recap on how we met, and I wanted to tell a little story about something that kind of happened the other day and what made me immediately kind of think about having you back on this podcast. So we met when we were on a school bus in 6th grade, and we were going to the Seattle Science Center for a field trip.
Correct.
Yes, I am correct. And we have been great friends ever since then. And you got married to my best friend, right? And so now I mean, gosh, we just had each other's back for so long. And I was listening to Amy Poehler's podcast. It's called Good Hang. And for those of you who don't know Amy Poehler, she was an SNL alum, right? She was the star of the show Parks and Recreation, right? She played Leslie Knope.
I have the box set. So
Do
good.
you? Oh,
I do.
Go on, tell me everything. I love that show. It's arguably my top 3 of favorite shows of all time. It's just, and so I can listen to her talk all day long. Well, in her real life best friend is Rashida Jones, who is Quincy Jones's daughter. A lot of people don't know that. Rest in peace. We just lost Quincy not too long ago. And yeah, so she plays Anne, the nurse. And in real life, they're best friends, but on the show, they're like extremely that's what the show is about. It's about their friendship,
It's their
right?
friendship.
And Amy was telling Rashida on her podcast, she said this thing, and she calls her Bones. That's her nickname for her, right? And she's like, Bones, I think it's funny that you and I don't have any small talk. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, let me explain. She's like, when we hang out or the first time we see each other, we don't sit there and go, oh, how was the weather? How was this? Blah, blah, blah. We jump into it. Like we start talking about what we were just doing, why we made it, what it made us feel like,
So they
etc.
can be real with each other. You can't do that with
100%.
everybody.
You can't do that with everybody. And it's giving me chills telling you this because I'm like, dude, that's Amber and I. Like, Adam and I might exchange some chit chat and pleasantries, and we're gonna do the guy thing, and we're gonna do what we do. Like you and I are like, screw all that. I don't care about all that. And I'm like, yo, I almost got attacked by a dog the other
What's
day.
the hot goss?
Yeah, what's the goss? And that's the
Let's
goss.
get down to it.
And I'm like, I need to talk to you because I almost got attacked by a dog at my second job. So you know that I picked up a second job because the world is tough and I will do whatever it takes to support for my kids. And that's bottom line. So me, this guy who has an IT education and who has a 10-year career in the flooring industry and 25 years of management experience, et cetera, et cetera. I picked up a part-time job in the evenings where I go to an apartment complex. I'm not going to tell you which one.
But when you told me about it, I was like, that sounds like a really good job.
Yeah,
It's like shorter hours out throughout the week, which is perfect.
right.
And you're making good money. I remember
R-
thinking, I wish I could have a part-time job like that.
You want to come haul garbage with me?
I just might.
I hop in my red pickup truck and my red Chev, and his name is Fudge. My truck's name is Fudge. And I hop in Fudge and I go to this apartment complex that's less than 5 miles away from my house. I'm not going to name the name of the apartment complex. And it's got about 600 units, and I go and I take the trash from their front doorstep, throw it in the back of the truck, then I go put it into a compactor.
Yeah.
Takes a couple hours. I get tons of exercise. I walk 4 miles with an elevation gain of like 56 feet or something like that. Cause you're climbing up steps all day. So like I get my steps in.
It's a bonus I didn't even think about.
It's
Get your
incredible.
exercise
I'm
in.
getting paid to exercise.
Yeah.
Right. And it's I'm doing this because, times are tough right now. And, I need to do certain things to, for the kids. Right. So I have always known, because I'm like, dude, there's some dog owners in this apartment. Okay. And they're not picking up after their dogs. Like you go into one of the corridors of the apartment complex and it just smells like dog. And you're like, dude, you could just tell that they don't let their dog out. They don't take their dog on walks. Some people are out there just walking around. And so I have this unpopular opinion because I almost got attacked by this dog, that the guy opened up his door as I'm in the corridor, and he's probably done this a million times, and he's just not respecting anybody. And his dog just goes running out the door, and he didn't have one of his dogs secured. He had two dogs. One of them was a German Shepherd, and the other one was like a lab pit bull mix. The pit bull just took off.
Arguably the two scariest breeds.
Right.
And I love both of those breeds,
Right.
but arguably
Right. Scary dogs, right?
scary.
So
Yeah.
thank you. Now I stood my ground because I'm not going to be intimidated by this dude's dog. And I have this giant garbage bag that I throw garbage bags into. Work smarter, not harder, right? I'm not carrying a whole bunch of single bags. I'm loading them all up like Santa Claus, and I'm carrying them to my truck. And so I had a bunch of garbage in it. So I made sure to position the big garbage bag between me and this other dog. As he or she was full on teeth. Like it was in attack mode. Like you can tell the hair on the back was, coming up, and it was like, yo, this guy. And I was like, and I looked at the dude and I go, hey man. And the guy was frozen. And okay, rightfully so. I get it, man. The dude was afraid. He was afraid of what was about to happen because number one, I didn't freak out. I was very calm. I was kind of mean because I was like, dude, you need to get your effing dog right now. And he was frozen. And I was like, dude, get your dog. This is not going to end well for your dog. And I'm standing there like, dang it. I got this second job to provide for my family. I'm wearing these freaking patella tendon straps around my knees. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm 10,000 steps into a 20,000 step night. Somebody didn't double bag their freaking kitty litter. And here I am. I'm a 44-year-old man with a caffeine addiction and balding, and I'm about to fight a dog.
You do not need that.
Put that on your 2025 bingo card, folks. I almost fought this dog. Now, luckily, it didn't come to that. And I looked at the guy and I said, seriously, dude, this is not going to end well for your dog. cinch your other dog up, walk by and grab your dog. And he came to, and maybe it was my stern but effective voice, but he came to and he goes, yeah. And he goes, sorry. And so he goes and he grabs his dog and, okay, carry on. And now I don't have to fight the dog and I can go finish the night and pick up the trash. But that brings me to this week's unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion with Schaaf and Amber, Unleash Disturbance, a topic for frustrated citizens, is when your dog is running loose, jumping on people, or invading private space, it's not a sign of a friendly dog. It's the sign of a disrespectful owner. How do you feel about that?
Hard agree.
Ooh, I
Hard
knew it.
agree.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know your animal, you trust your animal. The assumption should be nobody else knows my animal. Nobody else should trust my animal. I don't care what your animal. I have a big dog and I have a really small dog.
Little Henry.
I don't expect little Henry, a little
Little
Chihuahua,
Henry.
and then like a regular size, not a huge
S'mores
dog.
is a big dog. He's not a.
He's like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
That's
a big
not
dog.
huge. It is.
Yeah.
But there's a lot bigger dogs
Well,
too.
fair
But
enough.
then my dad has a German Shepherd, and he's also got like a different mixed dog
Yeah.
that he just got. And I don't know why. When I have my dogs, I am so anxious if they're not on a leash.
Right.
And like Henry won't even walk with a leash on.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get walked that much, right? I'll
Just
take
put him in the
out.
hoodie pocket.
Yeah, we usually
carry
carry
him.
him. Yeah, he's 14.
He's-
Okay, don't judge me.
He's this little
listeners.
dog, and anytime I go over, you always have to check the blanket on the couch because he might be underneath it.
He will 90% of the time.
90% of the
is
time he
underneath
will.
that.
And there have been some times in the past where I have accidentally sat on Henry, and you hear him rip it. I'm like, oh, Henry's back there, and you grab him, and he's like,
We've
oh,
all
hi.
done it. We've all done it. He's always like, I'm here.
Well, I love that dog,
Yeah.
and I love S'mores too. I love your dog, and we need to talk about dog ownership, specifically what it doesn't mean. And I just really feel the lack of respect, and I'm not trying to like clutch my pearls and be like, the audacity of that guy. Look, it was an accident. I feel that he should have reacted. You don't have a dog if you're not ready to react when it does something
I was
crazy.
just thinking that. Where was
Right.
his fight or flight for this? If my dogs, so you know my house. So
Right.
I'll paint a small picture for the listeners. When I take my dogs out, it's always right out a back gate. The back, there's an open field. And if I see somebody back there with a dog, I'll wait to take my dog out there
Right.
if I want him to be off leash.
Right.
Because if there's anybody else around, I'm clipping his leash on.
Yep.
But he likes to run around. If someone comes when we're already out there, I am on it. Like where's your instinct? Like leash immediately. And here's what's funny. I was talking to my neighbor about it, whose name also happens to be Mike. And
Yeah.
he's got this lovely this huge, like 100-pound black lab. And his instinct is that he gets offended when people automatically leash. That's what he told me.
Really?
Yes, I was out there and he just happened to come out the other day, and S'mores and his dog Luna are neighbors, so they know each other.
Right.
But this guy pulls up in this Jeep, and he pulls up all the time.
This is the guy that we're talking about right now.
Yes.
This is like not the guy that I ran into, but this is the type of dog owner that we're talking
and his
about.
dog is so sweet. She wouldn't growl. Her hair doesn't go up, but she will
Right.
jump on you. He lets her jump on me, but
Right.
I don't mind because I like Luna. But
Right.
this other guy comes with his dog. He's like, oh, he doesn't ever bring his dog over to play with Luna. And he's like, he just puts her leash right, or his dog's leash right on right when he sees us out here. I'm like, I thought that was the default.
Yeah.
I thought that's
you
what we
should
were
be.
all collectively doing.
Well, that's who we're speaking to. It's
Yeah.
people who, number one, think a leash is an optional accessory and that public spaces are their personal unfenced dog parks. You're wrong.
That's
like-
what I thought. I thought we all knew that though.
And, well, it's not, and these are the type of people that are like, well, my dog is nice. And this isn't about whether your dog is nice, right? This is about the respect for others. And you don't know who has a phobia, who is recovering from an injury that can't react that quickly, who has a small child that could be knocked down, or in my case, who has allergic reactions. And we'll get into this a little bit later, but I'm like allergic to all animals. I love them, but it's really tough. I just kind of have to bear it, and that is what it is. but you're placing your comfort above the safety and comfort of the entire community when you're just letting your dogs do whatever the hell they want. And it's really the myth of good training, right? I hear all the time, "Oh, he's friendly," or "She's so well trained. She won't hurt anyone." But what do we know about training? Training breaks down, right? It's the one time that your dog doesn't listen is the one time that a serious incident happens. And more importantly, it doesn't matter how well trained you think your dog is. The leash law exists for a reason, and it applies to everyone. So when you ignore it, you literally are making all dog owners look bad. So when people are like saying that, "Oh, he puts his dog on a leash." Well, guess what? He doesn't know what your dog's going to do, right? I don't
Yes.
know how my dog's going to react. This is a huge burden for pet owners, and my leash dog shouldn't have to be stressed, provoked, or even injured because your dog comes charging up to us. Have you ever had a dog come running up to you like that? When was the last time that happened?
That happened, like, last summer. Me, Adam we didn't have Henry out there, he didn't wanna walk that day, we had s'mores out in the
Right,
back, and we're on this field behind my house, it's
right.
huge, right?
Yeah,
So, there was someone walking in the opposite direction on the other side of the 2 roads,
yeah.
and he had 2 dogs with him. One of them took off, ran
Wow.
right over to us, and as that dog's running over, I'm
You're
trying to
clipping.
put I'm trying to put S'mores' leash on, but he doesn't S'mores doesn't play. He doesn't really like other dogs.
Right.
So he wasn't trying to engage. He was, like, scared already, right?
Yeah,
But his
yeah.
haunches are up and he's on, and this dog comes over, and I don't know if this is gonna change the rating, but this other dog tried to mount him.
Oh.
And immediately S'mores was like, "Oh, hell no," and he tried to bite the other dog, and Adam kicked the other dog,
Yeah, right. Well, rightfully so.
because
Legally, yeah, yeah. Get that
right,
dog out of
right,
this is not gonna end
and
well for your dog,
yeah,
dude.
and
Yeah.
Adam connected, kicked this poor dog, not very
This is
hard, he was fine,
Adam and dogs.
right? He and then once the dog realized, like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't be over here, this isn't, like, my space,"
Right,
the guy was calling him frantically, but he had this other dog that he was trying to, like, keep from coming over, so
right.
then the dog did finally leave and ran back across, and that's happened 2 times with 2 different dogs,
Oh
same
my gosh.
exact thing, and S'mores doesn't like it.
Yeah. Well, S'mores gets it. S'mores is a responsible dog owner.
Right?
Your dog needs to own a dog. Yeah.
I know,
He
right?
wrote the book.
Yeah, S'mores isn't trying to mess with anybody else, he just wants to go on his little run and not be bothered by anybody,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is that we all know people who we know these people. I have gone over to so many, especially years ago. It was like the cool thing to have. Like all of my friends wanted to have a pit bull, right? So we all had pit bulls. Mine was named Lars, and he was the dumbest smart dog I've ever had in my life. He was a really good dog. He was like a brindle. He was white and black pit bull, and he could climb a chain link fence. It was so cool. He can open up door handles with his mouth, and he can eat an entire chicken like that. And I got him a skateboard, and he would carry a skateboard around. He wouldn't ride it. He would carry it around in his mouth, and he would like la 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 la. And you'd go over to everybody else's house, and they just have their dogs running around inside, jumping on everybody, growling at people, and they're just sitting there. They don't care. Cringe.
yeah,
Ugh. I don't like that. Don't do that.
no.
Or the worst. So, and this is what breaks my heart is that we know that what I do in during the day is I do flooring, right? I'm a flooring guy during the day and I'm a garbage man at night. It's awesome. And I'm a ladies man during the weekend. No, I got nothing. That's stupid. That's dumb. So that's really dumb. During the day, I have to go into these property management, these clients and these apartments. Okay. And oftentimes I go there where the carpets have been heavily soiled
Mm,
from animals. And you can walk
yeah.
in and you can tell they just let the cats do whatever they want
Oh,
or the dogs. And here is what breaks my heart, Amber, is when I go into a house like that and or an apartment like that, and I see that the majority of their stains are by the exits.
The dogs want it out.
They
The cats want
know
it out.
that they
Yeah.
have to get out.
Yeah.
They know that they need to be put on a leash and gone for a
They don't
walk,
want to live like that.
and they're trying to do that.
Yeah.
The dogs aren't the problem. The people are the problems. And that's the biggest thing. The bottom line is you need to be responsible. Dog ownership is a privilege. It's not a right. It comes with a non-negotiable set of responsibilities. And leash your dog every time, no exceptions in public areas. Be considerate of the fact that your freedom to let your dog run wild ends where another person's comfort and safety begins. If you can't be bothered to use a leash, then you don't need to own a dog that goes into public spaces, period. You can just keep your dog at home, and that's fine. I have neighbors that are really good friends of mine, and they have some big dogs, and they let the dogs hang out in the front yard, unleashed, etc. And when people come, they do keep a really good eye on them. So I'm not necessarily, they don't run to go leash the dog up.
Is there a fence in the front yard?
Not necessarily.
These dogs won't, they're not worried about him running into the street.
Well,
I'd be worried my dog's going to get hit by a car.
There is a little bit of that. So we have to do kind of yell at the dogs a little bit like, get on back there. Get on back over here. Yeah. Get on back in the yard. Get on. Get on. Come on over here. That's how you talk to a dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can just picture me talking to S'mores. S'mores, get on over here.
I mean, I would say S'mores has probably a 70% return rate where if I call him, he comes. If I was going to have my dog in the front yard without a fence, he would have to have 100% return rate every time I say his name. If he didn't, then I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. And
Right.
who's got money for that training? Not this girl.
Oh my gosh.
I think
neither do I.
Like who's
I'm gonna need
paying
a
for
third
dog
job.
training?
Who's paying?
Not
Who's training
never,
these dogs?
Never in my life.
Have you ever met a dog trainer?
No. I've seen them at PetSmart. The little.
That was great. You like.
I'm like.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, I do not. Nobody knows a pet trainer or a dog trainer.
Then do they really exist?
Yeah. I trained my rabbit Dustin to not listen to a thing I said. And I have a 100% success rate when it comes to that. I'll tell you. I let Dustin predict things. And this is my buddy Connor. Shout out to Connor. Connor gets a kick out of it. He often asks me what my rabbit thinks. He's like, hey, what does Dustin think? And so what we do is I'll videotape Dustin and I'll be like, hey, Dustin, if you think Connor should buy a Jeep, jump off the top of your little house there. And he just hangs out and I go, I don't think you should buy that Jeep.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And that's just an example. But those are some of the things that he helps us with. So Dustin is the
very
greatest.
Wise. He's very sweet.
He is the sweetest.
The sweetest little guy.
He's just, and that does bring us to the heart-to-heart segment, but the closing statement I do want to say, stop acting like this is me like trying to scold people that I don't know. Well, if you're listening, and to my Australia listener, because I have a listener, really go ahead, please tell us everything.
I don't care how well you know your dog. Dogs, I've seen some people lately on social media. I don't know if you've seen them who've gotten bit in the face by their beloved animals that they've had for more than a decade. You can just that in just the blink of an eye, have your nose nipped off or an ear. And it's
right.
And these owners aren't blaming their animals. They're not putting these animals down. They're just they're animals. They're unpredictable. And then these people are going through a decade and a half of reconstructive surgery. It's wild. It's wild.
It's scary.
They are wild animals. I mean, they're domesticated, but they're
sure. There's still that animal inside of them. It's gonna come out. It's not if it does, it's when it does.
I tell my daughters, I don't even put my face by my own dog's face.
Right.
Keep your face away from it.
Keep your face away from the dog.
Yeah.
And I don't even put my face that close to Dustin, my bunny.
No.
Man, I saw him get the zoomies one night. He ran around the room. He ran up the wall. Like, it was crazy. He had enough gumps. Like, it was like a NASCAR. He was like sideways and he was running around the freaking wall. It was the most incredible thing I'd ever seen. I had never seen a rabbit have the zoomies. And he ran around the room like 3 times and then just sat down.
Think about his diet. I feel like he's probably pretty freaking strong, man.
Yeah. I feed him all sorts of great stuff. Like, my cousin Tiffany, who she's a vet tech. Okay. And so she's the dog whisperer, man. She's the one who actually taught me how to get dogs to be nice. I have to go into these homes and measure people's homes, and dogs, when they hear I got my father's voice, I am my father's son, they hear old Sonny Schaaf, hey, is that dog nice? Like a deep voice.
Like your dad.
Dogs don't like that. So she said, you need to do your Justin Timberlake voice. Where I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this dog. And the dog is like, who is this person? They got a really cool voice. Oh my gosh, I like that voice. Yeah. And so I do that when I go inside the house, and these dogs just immediately they're like, whoa.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. Tip of the week is raise your voice, guys. Yep. And go, oh my gosh. And just be really excited. And the dog gets playful and they think that you're like a gal. Yeah. Which is cool. I'm fine with that. Think whatever. This is great. Because the dogs.
It lowers their threat threshold, right?
The threat threshold, right. And so they're way more relaxed. They're super chilled. You can see the tail like, oh, this isn't what I thought. Right. That guy has a beard. He's not scary. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, what's your name? This dog is amazing. And I'm like, oh, and I'm talking like this. And I go, my cousin told me to talk like this. That's why I'm talking like this. She's a vet tech. Shout out to my cousin Tip. So yeah, it does work. And I try to talk like that to my rabbit. And I just I don't get down and get into my rabbit's face. He's a scratch my face off.
Potentially, yeah.
And then we're going to have another unpopular opinion. And it's going to be something about...
Which is rabbit stew or rabbit casserole?
Right, yeah. Which one? No, we're eating that rabbit. Hassenpfeffer. No. Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. That's Elma Fudd. My name is Elma Fudd. I own a mansion and a yacht.
Oh, no. What was that? That was terrible. That was really bad. You're not going to edit that out.
I'm not editing anything. We're keeping all of it. I'm yelling at people. You're over there snorting. Listen, really folks. Bad. Stop acting like the rules don't apply to you. You heard it here from Amber and Shafi. Be a responsible owner. Show some respect for your neighbors. It's that simple. It's that simple. And I love animals. I do. And it's really tough. And this really brings us, this is a good segue for our heart-to-heart segment, right? I'm allergic to almost all of these animals. I have a funny story. This was about 8 years ago. I was with a different flooring company, and I was inside of a house in Buckley, old Buckley town. And this family had this giant Saint Bernard, and it was like the Beethoven, like it was Beethoven size, like it was huge, like the one with the big jug underneath. It's
oh yeah,
like a big rescue mountain
from the
dog.
movie.
From the movie, big giant Saint Bernard. The thing must have weighed 300 pounds. Like this thing was huge. It was like twice the size of me. And I walk in there, and I did the voice, right? Oh my gosh, can I play with your dog? And she's like, yeah. And so I'm like wrestling, I'm rolling around on the floor with this giant, just pet dander is covering me, right? Head to toe.
Your allergies.
My allergies. And so I'm sitting at the table and we're looking at samples. I had measured the house, the dog, and she's like, this is crazy. Like our dog does not like just wrestle with people. And I was like, it's that first impression. I did the thing and it worked. And she's like, this is great. And they're like looking at me, and the husband's looking at me, and the wife goes, are you allergic to dogs? And I go, why? Are my eyes starting to close? And she goes, yeah, you're like getting really puffy. And I look down and I'm blotched and my knuckles have disappeared. And because the dog like licked me, and my eyes are like getting all black, and they're getting super puffy and they're closing. And I'm like talking like this because my throat is like, I'm dying.
Right.
And she's like, do you need a Benadryl? And I go, that's exactly what I need. And so she goes and she gets me a Benadryl. And then like about 5-10 minutes, it kicks in. And I'm, the blotches start going away. This stuff works.
Right.
And I'm feeling better. And I'm like, and I'm drinking this big glass of water. She's giving me a refill. And she's like, I had never seen that. I'm like, oh, I'm super. She's like, that's got to be tough in this industry. I was like, it's really, really tough. And normally I have a one a day that I take. My one a day. Normally I take my one a day, but I didn't today for whatever reason. Who knows that you're just going to show up at Buckleytown and they're going to have the world's greatest St. Bernard.
Right.
The husband's just sitting there and he's in the corner and he goes, oh, you're good. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And he goes, well, my dog almost kills you. Now I got to buy $15,000 worth of flooring from you. And I go, well, if that's what you got to do. He goes,
that's what you got to do.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, you're really good. So it wasn't my ploy, because had I taken my one a day that day, I'd have been fine.
Right.
I still would have wrestled with the dog, and then I would have been dickering over the dimes with them on this deal. So luckily it skipped a step, because he's like, no, I have to buy this flooring from you. Like, my dog likes you, which makes us like you.
Right.
And my dog almost killed you. So I don't really have a moral to that story. That just came to my head because animals, I love how much I do love them.
I think the heart to heart of that is, if someone's going to have their dog unleashed, you might as well capitalize
Well,
on
I'm in their
it.
house.
Still.
And that's perfect. Unleash your dog in the house. I'm glad.
Unleash it in the house.
If I would have looked over and saw the
Make it work
dog
to your advantage.
if the dog was like leashed up in the house, I'd have been like, what's going on?
Or not leashed up, but like,
in a kennel?
If your dog's like, my dog S'mores is gonna bark and he's gonna growl and he's gonna jump, so I'm like, go outside.
Yeah,
like,
and he does. He's like, dang it.
He does. He's like,
I wanted to play with Uncle Mike.
There's a stranger. I mean, even when the girls get home, there's a stranger, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves me, because it just takes him. He'll just bark like, dude, where you been?
You're always like, S'mores.
S'mores. And then I'm like, Henry. And Henry's like, he's just like 90% tremble, terror, and 10% just all love. But gosh, and I can't, you got two dogs, and sometimes there's a cat floating around, and maybe you guys got frogs, etc. One cat left. Animals are really expensive. They require so much care, and when they get sick, we have to pay for these expensive surgeries and medications. I can tell that you want to chime in on this.
It's
this
ridiculous.
Is tough.
S'mores just got diagnosed. That could not even be what's wrong with him, but with hyperthyroidism. He's had to go in, he's on medication, and they're supposed to fix it in 3 months, but we're on the 3rd month now, and he's still drinking like double the amount of water that a dog his size should be drinking.
Okay. I'm not trying to make light of this, but as soon as you were like, he's still drinking, and I just pictured him like at the bar with 3 fingers of Glenlivet, a little bit of pepper, and some cheese, and he's like, I can't shake the hyperthyroidism. Your dog's a drunk, man.
Gosh, right?
But rightfully so. Have you had hyperthyroid?
That is totally, he's drinking way too much.
Dude, you're drinking way too much, as opposed to what you normally drink. Doggy
That's
beer.
So funny.
He's playing cards. He's going to lose his job. He's all shaky.
Right? Jesus. I wish I could just withhold alcohol from him and he'd be fixed. But his liver is all fucked up.
Well, so he's drinking an exponentially a large amount of water now, which is never a good sign.
Double. That's never a good sign. If your animal starts like drinking a lot more than normal, that's not good. Remember Max? That's what told us something was wrong with Max. And he had diabetes.
He had the sugars.
He had the sugars.
The doggy sugars.
He did. He had the doggy sugars.
Oh.
But this isn't even fixing it. I'm down $2,000 basically. I mean, they had to clean his blood, and I'm taking him to an independently owned vet. This is not a chain where I know they're fucking me over before I even get in the door.
Yeah.
This is the cheapest vet around.
Yeah.
A
vet's a vet. I feel like if you're a doggy doctor,
cheaper. This guy is cheaper.
He's less expensive.
He's less expensive.
Right.
But it's still, I'm like, I don't like, what would you do if something if Dustin got sick? Dude, I can't.
I had a heart to heart with Dustin.
I'm about done.
I had a heart to heart with my bunny Dustin. And I told him, if he gets sick, I'm very sorry, but that is it. I will do everything I can to make him happy and comfortable within my means, but I can't afford any surgeries and medications. And he didn't say anything back, so I assume he's okay with it. I have this issue. I have a communication problem with my rabbit. He listens to me. I know he's hearing me. He doesn't respond. So I have to use his body language. I'm like, okay, if you think that I should buy you a surgery or, pay for surgery, poop on that side of the box tonight. And he doesn't. He poops in the same side of the box every night. So I'm trying to get him to communicate with me. I'm making light of it because I'm like afraid because it sucks because I
No,
love
for
that rabbit.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Just, it sucks so bad.
It sucks so bad.
God, we're depressing.
I know.
The heart-to-heart
I
segment
know.
is supposed to be because people are at home and they're thinking about their pets right now. And in this day and age and in this climate, what are we going to do? What am I going to do if
Right.
Dustin gets hyperthyroidism? Say, does your pet rabbit have hyperthyroidism? I think that
If
they
they
need
do.
a neck roll. We segue into the product of the week. For those of you on YouTube, you can see. So this
They
goes
had one of these at the nail shop that I was at earlier. I
that you
thought it
put your
was for
head
your
on.
hand. No, it's for your hand.
This
They have
is
this
at
exact
the nail
thing.
shop for that.
Yes.
This goes behind your neck,
Why
and you
would they
and you
have
lay
that
on it.
there? Oh, because maybe I was in the spa section. Maybe it was like
Did you
massage
did you
section.
show them that you were putting your hand on it and that's what
I
you
was with
wanted?
Julia. I totally put my hand on. I'm like, oh, look, I think this is for your hand.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah,
Juliet just going along with
sure,
it.
Mom.
She's like, Mom, it's for S'mores' hyperthyroid. Grab that. Put that in your
Right.
purse. When I see a good ramekin at a restaurant, I'm like, hey, put this in your purse. I want it for my house. And then we're coming back and we're going to get a matching pair.
That's such a
Soscos.
universal reaction. It's a ramekin in
Hey,
your
put this in
pocket
your purse.
or your purse.
A long, long time ago. This was about 15 years ago. You've met Wade and Brittany. So long, long time ago, 15 years ago, in my drinking days, right? We were at a Denny's, and I was like, Brittany looked at me. She's like, I see you eyeing that craft, that ramekin filled with OJ, and I was like, yeah. As soon as it's done, put it in your purse. I want it for my house.
Right.
And she's like, I'm on it. And then the server came and she refilled the OJ. And she was like, well, you know what we got to do? And I was like, you need to dump all that OJ in the plants behind the thing. And so she did. She dumped them all in these plants. These were all fake plants.
Oh my
It all drained through and went to the floor.
My gosh.
This was 15
That's
years ago.
wild.
We're past the statute of limitations. Yeah, it was wild. And I did. She put it in her purse, and I had that OJ craft. And to this day, somewhere it's in my house. I have it. But I got this. So I got
Yeah.
this neck rest. Okay. I have been trying to detach from technology as I'm doing. Like we're in the Schaaf and we're surrounded by technology.
Tech.
Yeah, it's all tech.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. And I've been trying to just shut down. And whether it's hitting the gym with Nick for 30 minutes 3 times a week, 30 minutes to 45 minutes 3 times a week, getting strong, or just stopping and breathing and just doing your breathing exercises. Remember Garth, your pill, the Wayne's World reference. But one of the things I got this neck roll, and you put it behind and you lay on your back, right? And you can do it on a bed or on the floor. It's way better on the floor because everything's straight. And you put your knees at an angle. You lift your knees up, right? Feet on the ground, just bend your knees, and you just put your hands on the side, and you just let it put your neck back into its original position because we all have this crink neck from staring at our. And you just lay there for 10 minutes and just breathe. And if you want to put on some soft
Sounds like meditation. Yeah.
it is. And that's kind of what I'm saying. In our product of the week is fine. And I got it TikTok shop, $10 free shipping. We know how I roll, right? Put the phones down, people. Put them down. Be in the moment. My podcasts you're part of it. Our podcasts are an hour long for a reason. It's an escape. So you don't have to stare at your phone. Shout out to my friend Cassie, who lives in Montana. There's another friend in Montana. Hi,
Shout out Cassie.
I'm in Montana. Matt hates that. Shout out to Matt. Matt's episode was amazing. He brought me back. I'm a Mariners fan again. And him and Donnie, they brought me back. Shout out to those guys. Love you guys. But Cassie listens to us on the treadmill every Monday. She's probably wondering today where the heck our episode is. We had to push it out a couple days. It's okay. But that's incredible. That's what I want people to do. I want them to put us on when they're on the treadmill, when they're going for their walk. If you're in the tub just soaking away, put it on when you're resting your neck. Whatever you find, it should be relaxing. We should make you laugh sometimes. You can have us on in the background. I guarantee you're going to pull something from the episode that you're like, you know what? They're right. Or you know what? That Shafi, total idiot.
Completely wrong.
Fair enough. That Amber.
Fucking bitch.
Oh man, give me an adjective. We're gonna do a Mad Lib, and it's gonna be about you. And I'm like, all right, so this is like, describe yourself during Christmas time, and you're like, fucking bitch. Yeah, okay.
Ingenuine, no.
Yeah, talk about Michael when he's working out. Hyperthyroidism. Hyper. Yeah, C4, the energy you can feel. Sorry, give me a Mad Lib of the product of the week. Sorry, I'm taking a sip of
nail holder.
It's a nail holder. See, here's the cool thing. You use it for your neck for 10 minutes, but it's dual purpose.
Men wrists.
Yeah, so you can get 2 of them and then you do your wrists, or you can put both your wrists on one. But this is what we do here. So to kind of recap, I feel like we got a good episode here. This is great. I love our back and forth. I love that we nailed the product of the week. I love that we yelled at people. This is like really what it's about. I want to be able to just kind of yell at people, and I have the microphone, so you got to listen to me.
Right.
And I brought my friend. She's actually a corporate yes man. She's like,
no matter the topic, I'm going to agree.
Yeah. I think that it's okay to take craps in your neighbor's lawn when they don't let their dogs run amok.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
I'm like, I'm going to show you in the movie Me, Myself, and Irene, and they kept stealing his newspaper, and he went and he took a dump in their front yard.
That's right.
And because their dog kept pooping in their yard. That's important. It's important to love your animals. It's important to put your phones down and go out and walk your dog, people. Walk your dog on a leash. Walk your dogs. Walk your rabbit. Walk your cats. Walk this way. Walk like a Egyptian.
Yeah. Walk like an Egyptian. That's
right.
What I thought about.
Yep. And all of the above. So I want to thank my pal. Salutations. I just thank you so much. You know that every time that you come on the Shafi and Pals on the Unpopular Opinion that you get a gift.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So last time you got a 7-Up pound cake. And
we ate it all.
The best. Of course you did.
It's delicious.
And when I say we, it was me in my room with the locked door and a spoon. And I ate the whole thing. So the bastards there was a change of ownership at the grocery outlet bargain market. And I don't know if it's the new owners. Actually, it's really clean in there. It looks really good. But they don't have it anymore.
Oh,
so
discontinued.
Yeah. So it might be, maybe it's just out of season. This is your season, Pedro. So what I got for you this is what's going to get everybody through the holiday seasons. These are the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Are you excited about that?
I am excited. I haven't had one of these in so long.
Right. So they are amazing. Donnie got some of those. I got to send some to Matt. I keep forgetting. Sorry, Matt. But you get thank you for being the first repeat guest on Unpopular Opinion with Schafi and Amber.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So make sure that you stick around after the theme song because we got a little bit more to share.
Unpopular Opinion, that's the name of the show. Hosted by Schafi and some pals that he knows. We'll have a heart-to-heart heart, so tune in and subscribe. It's Unpopular Opinion and a hell of a vibe. Love it or dislike it, it's all just the same. 'Cause Unpopular Opinion is there in the name.
People are talking, Amber.
Talking about people.
People are talking about people.
We're lovers kept undercover.
Cover, baby. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Skibba-dibba-dibba-dabba-dibba-dabba-doo. It's Will Ferrell and Step Brothers. He sings that song, and that's when he's all like enamored. He's like, "You just took on a shape of a unicorn." He's like, I felt like I was like outside of myself watching myself sing. He's like, "You got to know something, and this is me telling you, you're good." He goes, "How good?" He's like, "That was like a mixture of Fergie and Jesus." So people are talking, and they're saying that cats are better than dogs.
Hard agree.
And we're going to tell you why. I tend to agree as well. Oh, wait, did you hear that dogs are like really, really upset that they can't be brain surgeons, but cats can? Oh, dude. That was just, you walked right into that.
We need the laugh track for that one.
I hit it. Yeah.
No, I know.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
We needed that.
This is what happened. Amber doesn't wear her headphones, so she doesn't know every time that I hit the little poosh, poosh,
That's
poosh.
right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's okay. That's okay.
I can hear it a little bit.
I think that cats are really, really funny, and I think they're really, really cool. If you want to see, like, here's the thing: if that family I talked about that I sold all that flooring to, if they would have had like a 200, 300-pound cat, I would have died. Like, I would have died. There's not enough Benadryl in the world. Like, I got bit by a cat one time, and I was sick for like 2 weeks. Like, it was bad. Like, yeah, that's how bad it is. But I still think that they're amazing animals. And I think it's funny that they're not like dogs, that they don't need that constant reassurance. And I think it's funny that, like, if you die, they'll eat you.
Right?
Yeah. They're like, I've been waiting for this guy to go. But here's the thing. Like, if I had a cat, it would be like, he'd be like, okay, he's dead. And then I'm going to eat him. And then he'd be like, well, that's not what I thought he was going to taste like. Yeah, I'm just going to have to, yeah. You hear our dog in there whining. Oh,
Maya.
Maya.
Here's the thing. I have a cat too.
Mhm.
Haven't had her that long. If I'm going on vacation, I have a water tub thing, right? And I have a big like food thing, right?
Yeah.
And then I have an automatic litter box. I can leave her for a good week and a half.
Just easy. A good week and a half.
Don't even need anybody to go check on her. And she doesn't care if nobody checks on her.
Right.
She's like, I guess I'm chilling. She's fine. But my dogs, man, no, they have to. They have a dog door so they can get out and in.
Right.
They need people.
They have to have people.
They need that socialization, and they also, well, both my dogs are on medication.
Yeah.
They need their medicine. They just need they can't free feed.
Right.
S'mores would just overeat.
He'd eat the whole thing.
He'd eat it all
right?
Of it. You just can't. And then dogs are just more likely to get into trouble. Like, what if he's out in the yard and gets into a scrape? I don't know,
Right.
So yeah, cats are they're so much easier.
They are. They're just cooler. Yeah. And like the memes are better.
For sure.
Yeah, easy.
There's a reason that's a beloved animal.
Yeah.
Dogs are beloved too, but I feel like cats even more.
Yeah. Let's put it also like this. Let's say that dude had 2 cats, and I'm carrying the garbage, and he opens up the door, and the cats are going to do 2 things. They're going to be like, dude, close the door. It's cold. Or they're going to bolt, and we'll just never see that cat again.
They're not going to attack you.
No, not at all. And I'm going to be like, dude, sorry, your cat's got out. And he's you know what, that guy? Because normally cat owners are fairly responsible. They're going to be like, yeah, you know what? That was my fault. Like, that guy would have admitted that right then and there. He'd be like, totally my fault. Oh, hey, I got some garbage for you. And then they would have gone on. And realistically, the guy would have been like, finally, I accidentally let the cats out. Quotations for those of you listening on the Spotify. I accidentally let the cat out. One can say you let the cat out of the bag.
Womp, 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 womp.
And that's all we got, folks. We're going to end on that high note. Oh, I hit the button and it didn't work. There we are. So thanks for listening. Schaaf and Amber out.